So the question was then how do we build socialism off of capitalism?
So first thing is not a how, but what we're targeting. We target a society where people do not exploit people. That's the main thing. And now we say that uh, better than the socialist system we inherited from the Soviet Union, Vietnam has changed a lot, and we have realized that the market is one that the people can control and can direct, so that we can win over a capitalist system in Vietnam. And so um, a socialist state is a state that is using the market to distribute evenly among the people and toward a society where people do not exploit people. It is a long process, but it is a process that we look over all the rule and regulation using the rule of law in order to direct the market so that the private property or owner will not be a dictatorship like in this country anymore.
So going back to what you said earlier too regarding lifting the people out of poverty, um, part of what I've learned in school from Marxism, and correct me if I'm wrong, is in order to become a socialist state, um, a country has to go through capitalism in order to accumulate wealth to then distribute wealth rather than distribute poverty.
Since Marx and Engels studying old society, and they take the idea of socialism from uh, family relations in order to apply it to the whole state of people getting together. So socialism in at the time of Marx is very simple. At this point, um, not only capitalist idea of exploitation, there was also a financial international financial system that is dominated by exploitation using other means, financial means. So we have like more complex relation, and so within the Vietnamese society, we just declare that we wanted to build a socialist state controlling the market, and so that's why it is called market-oriented, socialist-oriented market economy. In that sense, we use the wealth of the country as the wealth of all the people. It's not the wealth of some people, but the wealth of all the people for this generation and future generation in order to build up capital for the or in order to deal with foreign countries. So suddenly, if you declare all the land and the sea and the air belong to the people, then it was so rich that the state become almost, like unbought by any foreign country or any capitalist. It's bigger than any capitalist actually. There's no capitalist in Vietnam who could do something like that. In that sense, without the wealth of the people, there is no way to do it. The second thing, wealth only coming from the population is coming from human labor. There is no wealth coming from nothing. So if the population own it and they expanded their labor, and you want to expand the labor and the freely um, using their labor, then the country is getting rich faster. That is the rule that is applied now in Vietnam. That's why the growth is so fast. If you are a capitalist country, building a capitalist country in Vietnam, it won't be so fast. The country will be poor and it will be dominated by the greed of private owners. So socialism is a process. It's not a something that is concrete. You put down and you stay there. For example, if you look at Venezuela, for example, the first thing people have to do is to nationalize the biggest wealth of the country that be owned by the people. That's why you can build something from it because the people can own it and then they can distribute among themselves to alleviate the poverty of the people. In Vietnam, it's more advantageous because the winning, we won the war and we declare the whole country socialist. So it is nationalized everything, not only as mines but also the sea, the land, and the air, so that the all the mines, and so that in essence there is a total, you call it socialism, is a total um, nationalization of all wealth of the country into the people.